Hello, and welcome to another Monkeys Motors Monday morning vlog. What shall we chat about this week? Does anyone else kind of daydream about murdering people? Or is it just me? And I know that sounds bad, but I genuinely do it quite a lot. Has anyone seen the movie Mean Machine? Bit of an old film now. Well, old by young people's standards. It's pretty new by old people's standards. Depends who you ask, I guess. I'm going to say it must have come out in the 2000s, maybe 90s. We'll have to see when we give it a Google when we get in. Anyway, Mean Machine. It's a Vinnie Jones film with Danny Dyer and Jason Statham. And I think it's the first films I can remember Danny Dyer and Jason Statham being that I've seen anyway. And it's about a footballer gets sent to prison, and then they end up having this weird football match versus prison guards versus inmates. Anyway, I digress. Jason Statham's character, I'm pretty sure he's called like the Monk, but I haven't checked any of these facts. I'm just winging it as always. He's in there for like murdering loads of people with his bare hands, and yeah, throughout the film, every now and then, he kind of goes into a bit of a trance and just, you know, plans how he's going to murder every single person in his vicinity. And I do that a lot. I do it a lot. But there's usually good reason. So, yesterday, doing the weekly food shop, we started going to Lidl now. Can't even say it. Lidl. Every little helps. Started going to Lidl because it's kind of fun. You save a lot of money on your shopping, and it's a bit like being on holiday. It's like being in a European supermarket. Everything's got funny names. Everything's a bit different looking. Adds a bit of excitement to life, especially, you know, how the stock changes every couple of weeks. There's loads of weird shit. One day I might want to buy a angle grinder or a arc welder or all kinds of other wonderful shit they have in their shop. But it is a bit lacking in some places, Lidl. One of which being the actual tills themselves. They're a bit naff. So yeah, we've got our weekly shop, which is quite a lot. You know, there are 4 of us to feed. So we've got a whole trolley full of shit. The van was coming across to that giveaway line a bit quick for my liking. And yeah, started laying it out, you know, start at the front obviously. I kind of do my shit in an order. Well, obviously, I've got some sort of OCD way of doing it. I put everything on the trolley and trolley conveyor belt. And the things I put first, I kind of like group shit together. So all the heavy shit goes together, then the medium shit and the light shit. So when you're putting it in the trolley, you put the heavy shit together and the medium shit and the soft shit, so you don't crush anything. It's just common sense. So I'm doing my thing, and I've got like halfway down the conveyor belt, still got half a trolley full of fucking shopping to put on the conveyor belt, and I noticed the you know, next customer please little bit of plastics halfway along my conveyor belt, and then there's some like bottles of water and shit behind it. That's not mine. I'm like, what the fuck's this? So I asked Emma, well I didn't ask, you know, I kind of gave her the look of, that nurse thinks I'm fucking crazy. I kind of gave her the look of, you know, did you put that there? Did you put that next customer please piece of plastic halfway up my conveyor belt look? And she's like, nah. You know, it's all in the eyes, but just a nah. So I'm like, fuck me. That means the fuckers behind us have put down, oh that's the guy from Supplies, I know him. Anyway, they've put down their own fucking next customer please bit of plastic halfway along, you know, what at the time is my conveyor belt. I've got my trolley there, it's full of shopping. I'm putting my shopping on the fucking conveyor belt. That's my conveyor belt. So then I'm kind of, my eyes are just fixated on this fucking next customer please bit of plastic because I can't even comprehend what I'm seeing, you know? Who does that? Who just walks up to someone using a conveyor belt and then slaps down the next customer please bit and it's like, well, this is mine now, bitch. What are you going to do about it? So, I was, you know, the calm, controlled person that I am, I was just fucking angry. But, you know, all this talk I give, shouting, swearing, shouting abuse, rev bombing on the bike, in person, I'm fucking timid. So I didn't even raise my eyes from the next customer please bit of plastic to even look at the pieces of shit that had placed it on my conveyor belt. My eyes just stayed fixated on it. as I then just kind of picked up random shit out of my trolley and just chucked it on the conveyor belt, obviously on top of all the shit I'd already laid out. Because, you know, I needed like twice the space that I'd already used. I still had half a fucking trolley worth of shit to put down. And now I had nowhere to put it. And it got to the point where I was having, you know, the guy started scanning stuff, and then I was just having to pass stuff straight to him because there's nowhere else to put it. The conveyor belt was full. But then, like I said, Lidl's conveyor belt till system's pretty shit. Once they scan it, there's nowhere for them to put it. There's not like a big, large metal area that slopes down like you have in most supermarkets where you can kind of put half a trolley's worth of shopping. It's just this tiny little shelf thing they have, tiny little area. So you pretty much have to pick it up and bag it straight away. So Emma was having to bag all our food and put it on the fucking floor. Because, you know, the trolley was still by the conveyor belt, half full of food. Because of these fucking cunts that had put down their fucking water bottles on my fucking conveyor belt. So yeah, that was one of the moments where I, in great detail, imagined killing these two retarded looking fuckers with a can of beans. I'm just gonna fucking cave their head in. But I never do it. I just think about it a lot. Is that normal? Does anyone else do it? Just imagine brutally murdering people? Like I do all the time. Again, at Lidl. It's usually at Lidl. Maybe Lidl isn't the place to shop. There just seems to be lots of people that I want to murder in and around the Lidl area. But there was a house party going on right by a house by Lidl, and there was these couple of like 15-year-olds with alcohol, you know, glass alcohol bottles in the hand, being all mouthy and leery in the car park. And you know, my mind goes places, and I imagine them, you know, starting something, maybe shouting something and it escalating, and I kind of, you know, step by step plan how to murder them both. You know, I'll swing at that one, grab the bottle, smash it over that one's face, stick it in that one's neck. It all just pans out in my mind. I think I need help. So yeah, do you guys have that issue where you kind of get the red mist and you just murder people in your mind? I don't do it in real life, but maybe one day, eh? Someone will push me that bit too far. You'll see it on the news. You know, quiet local Ashford man murders 5. Anyway, till then, see you next time. Me this kind of better feeling now when, you know, people always bang on about the statistics, how dangerous riding a motorbike is, how you're gonna die, you know, doing stuff like that, overtaking a taxi that obviously wants to turn right. You know, 19-year-old died in a crash and all this shit. Father of 4 dead. Don't ride a bike.